It's just about 4 days. The protests seemed normal and had progressed for quite a while, and the Gen Z were making their demands known in what has largely been viewed as a peaceful protest until the police stepped in. Do you share the same opinion that every time there are protests, it is the police who make things worse?
Not necessarily. Like you have observed, the demonstrations were quite passive, actually peaceful for the first days. But then again, our observation is that they were also hijacked by people who are not Gen Z demonstrators per se. And the only fault we are finding with the police is their lack of concentration with the goons who invaded the demonstration, and instead seems to disperse the crowds unilaterally. So what we have been recommending is that there is need to isolate the goons from the protesters. And the reasoning is that, as you know, mainly when there is an opportunity like that, you are likely to get people who do not necessarily come to demonstrate, but to root and destroy property. Yes. One of the functions of the police is to protect life and property. And in an instance where the police now finds that there are people who are rooting, then it is at such moments when they are supposed to intervene, probably even use their arms. We have also seen protesters attacking the police, and we have many, many cases. In fact, we have about 140 officers who are getting treatment out of injuries which they got during the protests. So it's both sides. On one hand, there are goons or criminals who are joining the protesters, and on the other hand, we need our police to do more and cooperate with the protesters so that the genuine protesters are guarded, the criminals are weeded out.
Do you think it is difficult? Because a number of the scholars who have spoken to us, those we've spoken to, they say the problem comes even due to the selection of those who go to handle the protests. So much so that, say, someone respectfully with your, just about your age, would be able to identify someone who would be able to look like a goon or a criminal or an infiltrator, compared to a much younger whose psychological nature and composition is quick and gets irritated very quickly. Do you think that even the composition of the police officers dispatched could be a problem?
Well, on the age of the police officers, the GSU are normally between 18 and 28 years old. So you'll find that it's not possible really to bring older people in the beat. But more importantly, and this is what we have been recommending, is to get a law that regulates picketing. Because picketing is provided for in the Constitution, but we do not have a standalone legislation on how that picketing should be done.